Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to Hold the Ball, HCB. Hope all is well. I've made some videos prior to this one here, the Sean Johnson as well as the Walsh, and some sort of background information on the California Rugby League. So if you guys have missed out on those ones there, please check it out. But hey, if you're new, if you're sort of one of those people who come back and go, please chuck us a bit of a subscribe and a like and a comment. But look, without further ado, I'm going to get straight into it. So this is a topic that is going to be around Chad Townsend and Watene-Zelezniak, what they mean for the Warriors coming in, and I guess just a bit of information on them, and then we're going to go into the team prediction as well and probably have a discussion around that. So yeah, let's get into it. Obviously, as we know, it's been a pretty busy sort of I guess last couple of weeks for the Warriors, with the signing of Chad Townsend for the remainder of the season only, Watene-Zelezniak, and as we know from yesterday, Sean Johnson. The Warriors look like they're going to try to build something at least for the time being, and Chad Townsend's addition is what I see as a bit of a gap filler, and to be fair, he's got that experience there and it should help the boys hopefully. And I guess in a scenario like that, you're just hoping that him and Nikorima can sort of gel off each other, right? That's what you're hoping. And look, the same goes for Watene-Zelezniak. I am not sure who he comes in for. You can say Mamalo, you can say Petahiku, as I've said before in prior videos, but at the end of the day, he's a winger and he can play a few positions, by the way. But in saying that, you're going to probably argue and say that at least one position in the back line is cemented, that's his, right? So it could either be wing, it could either be center, but something somewhere there is his. So yeah, both these players, as mentioned before, have been brought in to do something. The way you can sort of look at it is experience, there's leadership, there's, I guess, potential for growth in regards to how they react and gel with the other players. Chad Townsend should, I think, bring a bit of a steady ship for the boys to sort of work under. He's got that experience as well of leading the boys, and we can't forget this one here. He actually used to play for the Warriors too, so many of you guys would remember his time at the Warriors from 2014 to the end of 2015. Again, wasn't our best season, but yeah, he definitely contributed to us, so it's sort of good. He's sort of not the prodigal son per se, but he's sort of like that family member who's gone, but he's come back, and look, he's going to go again next year. But you just sort of know that he's family, and with family, they come and they go, but you know they're there, right? So I think that's the way I look at it. What I'll do now is give you guys a bit of background info on both of them, their stats, and then further on, we'll talk to the team. So Chad Townsend for the Sharks prior has played 11 games so far, 31 goals at 81.6%, and he's had 10 try assists, 6 line breaks, as well as a tackle efficiency of 77.7%, which is not too bad actually for a half. And he averages 49.9% meters per game, that's run meters there. So that sort of gives you a bit of a summation of Chad Townsend at the Sharks. Not too bad for someone who's been dropped by their team, you know, so sort of something positive to look at. Watene-Zelezniak for the Bulldogs, he's played 9 games, 5 tries, tackle efficiency is 61.6%, and he's run 167.2 meters per game. And again, with Watene-Zelezniak, obviously defense needs to be a bit better than that. However, I still think he brings that aggression as well that we'll need, and a bit of that go forward from the wing position, and a bit of speed as well, and obviously there's experience as well to match that. Again, with Watene-Zelezniak, if you guys don't know, he did used to play for the Panthers prior to the Bulldogs, and at the Bulldogs, I don't think he's really had his career going. It's been, I think, more downs than ups. So coming at the Warriors, you can only hope that he can sort of reignite himself there and find a new player, right, at the Warriors. And if that is the case, it'll be good. So I guess this is the part where I sort of look into the team. So it's already been announced recently that Walsh is injured for at least 10 to 14 days. And it's a massive blow for him in regards to his origin career, yet to debut. And I guess even more than that, the Warriors too, right? Because, hey, we're the ones that obviously keep going week in, week out. So as it stands, this is my team for the game against the So yeah, the team that I've picked for us against the Dragons at home. RTS at fullback for obvious reason. I've got actually Montoya and Watene-Zelezniak at the wings. I don't think you can rub Montoya out personally. This squad here is based on what I want. Realistically, the coach will obviously probably stick to a more similar format that he's done in recent weeks. But yeah, I can't really see Montoya being told to go. I think he's quite good actually, leaps and bounds. Obviously, he has his good and bad, but I like his game personally. So I've got Montoya and DWZ as with the wingers. I've got Berry and Aitken, as the centers, and I'm just hoping that Berry stays fit. Seems like every time that guy's about to run on the field, something's happened, and I really hope that that has nothing to do with his body being injured, because he's only 19, you see. So, and he's been promising, but we just haven't seen enough of him. You know what I mean? Like, again, just want to see more of him, and yeah. So that's who I'd have as the backs. And then for your 6 and 7, well, hey, obviously you'd have to put in Nikorima, right? So Nikorima and Townsend playing, either or. And then you've got Eden Blake and R4. That's what I have as the props. And then you're looking at Wade Egan for the hooking position. At the second rows, I've got Harris and Sirinen. I actually personally like Curran as a lock and Harris out in the second row. Again, the ball playing, and he's so good defensively in the edges, right? It's better for him to be in the edges as opposed to being more in the middle. I think he can cut down a lot of potential attacks. I think he can cut down a lot of potential attacks, which is what he's done. And Curran as well is learning a new role, but I think he actually suits that role, and should hopefully grow in leaps and bounds there. And as for Sirinen, it was a tight one there. It was either Sirinen, Murchie or Kator to put there. I don't think either player has really cemented an actual spot there. That's the reason why they keep on changing between the three of them, whether it be injuries or form, but that's what I have. And then for the bench, that's 14 to 17, I've got Otukoro, I've got James Darnell-Brown, and I'm just saying that because I hope that he can come back as a better player, one who's learned more and wants to actually run more. You see, I believe there's potential in him, but if he's not going to display it and he's not going to put it out there, then, defensively he's a good player, but you just need something there. Sometimes defense is great, but you've got to move forward, and if he's not moving forward, well, I've got Ben Murdoch-Masila. I believe he works a lot better off the bench than he does starting. Takes away a lot of his puff, right, when he starts. R4 and AFB, I didn't touch on it before, but again, R4, AFB, those two dudes from the back fence. R4 especially, or one of them at least, is R4 off the back fence, running straight up to anyone in front of him. And I think he works well, and I think he should be given more minutes personally. He's a workhorse, and yeah, that's sort of like my opinion there. And for the 17, I've got Murchie or Kator, as mentioned before. I'm not really sure who to put in that second row position, but either one of those guys, as you've noticed as well. I haven't put down Evans or Jazz Tavanga. Not really a fan of them at all. Tavanga, he's got that, that tough mentality, which is great and well, but comes in with a lot of ill discipline as well. And yeah, it's good that he's with us, don't get me wrong, but if he can fix it up, he'll be a better addition to the pack. And Kane Evans, well, man, he's okay, but I just don't see what he offers personally. Hey, if you like him, try and change my mind, tell me why. But again, I think it's really difficult to try and barrack for him when he doesn't really do much. Defensively can be very lazy, and I don't want to bring up the past, but Tuala made that line break, and who was the first one there to not meet him? There you go. Yeah, so that is my squad there, and touching it just briefly. Otukolo, I reckon he definitely gets a nod as well. I want to see more of his game. He had very good patches there against the Knights, and I want to see what he can sort of produce. And I think the Warriors, as much as it is probably good to bring in the experience, we still need to try and blood the future, right? So it's important to try and have a main focus on Walsh, Berry, Otukolo, and then you've got the likes of Katoa that you can throw in there, and probably even Curran, so it's about looking at those younger players that we have. And again, just touching it briefly, Townsend and Watene-Zelezniak will add a lot more punch to this team, I believe, particularly in the attacking sense. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what Townsend can actually do for the Warriors with the ball in hand. We definitely need a general, right? A field general. We need somebody to run the boys around the park, and hopefully with this forward pack here, we'll be able to help him. Just remember as well that he's from the Sharks and they're actually in the top 8. So there's experience there, there's something there, and I'm hoping that coming back to the Warriors, he can sort of, again, much like Watene-Zelezniak, reignite his career again. And even if it's just for a short time, you know, again, much like that sort of, I guess it's more so about being appreciative, you know. He could have said no, and it's just good to actually see him come back and play for us. And at this stage, you're not going to say no, right? Unfortunately, we have CHT there, but seems like he's a bit injury prone at the moment. Now, touch wood that that's not the case for the long run, but this probably wouldn't have happened had he not been injured. I think this is the reality, but this is what's happened now. And the best thing that we can do is just hope that CHT, though he doesn't play, is watching what's happening around him, right? Whether that be from the Shaun Johnson next year, Chad Townsend, Watene-Zelezniak, Roger, so on and so forth. I still see CHT as the future for the Warriors in terms of, you know, being the half. You may disagree. Again, that is a-okay. There's ups and downs with everyone, as you've seen. Not everyone is perfect. The team is probably just what it is in life, right? Reality, it's we have our good, we have our bad moments as well. But as a unit, we still stick together. But yeah, I guess that's my sort of ramble on Watene-Zelezniak as well as Chad Townsend, and giving you guys my thoughts on them, what their impact can be on the team, as well as the team prediction against the Dragons. Like, I cannot wait to get back into making more tips and NRL stuff. I miss it. I know it's just a standalone origin, man, but I tell you what, we need more rugby league than what we've got now. But yeah, hey, again, thanks for watching. If you're new, appreciate it. Please subscribe. But yeah, just don't forget California Rugby League. They debut very soon with their with the California Rugby League World Championship as well, and I cannot wait to show you guys and sort of have a talk about that. But look, for now, this has been it. I'll be back again with some more videos, don't you worry. I'll probably even do like a pre-origin sort of build up, try and give you guys my thoughts on it, I guess from both perspectives. But yeah, look, that's enough from me. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. And just remember, if you're the Warriors and you have Watene-Zelezniak and Chad Townsend, what are you going to tell them to do? Hold the ball. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.